Welcome to Motorize.d, your go-to for new and used parts. Today, we're putting the Triumph Tiger 1200 under the microscope. A full-size adventure tourer with plenty of British character, modern electronics, and a low-maintenance shaft drive. We'll show you what this adventure bike can do on road and gravel, where it shines and where it stumbles, and wrap up with a clear buying recommendation. At its core is a 1,160cc triple with a T-plane crank and a 132 firing order, delivering buttery low-end pull and a free revving top end. Here's a neat touch. The Explorer variants pack a Continental radar for blind spot assist. Whether you're eyeing the GT for tarmac or the Rally with a 21-inch front wheel for the rough stuff, we'll help you choose the right one. Buckle up, visor down. The Tiger 1200 is about to show what it's made of. History and evolution. In 2012, the Tiger Explorer 1200 arrived, a 1,215cc triple with shaft drive, Triumph's answer to the big adventure bikes. In 2018, the Explorer tag was dropped, the bike got lighter, and it gained a far more comprehensive electronics suite. The big leap came in 2022, an all-new platform with a 1,160cc T-plane 3-cylinder, 150 PS, 130 Nm, and up to 25 kilograms less weight. The Lone Wolf became a family, GT for the road and Rally with a 21-inch front wheel for the rough stuff. The Explorer variants carry 30-liter tanks. New kit included Showa semi-active suspension, a shaft-driven tri-link single-sided swing arm, Brembo-style calipers, and a Continental radar powering the blind spot assist. Since 2023, active preload reduction has made low-speed maneuvering easier by dropping the rear by up to 20 mm at a stop. A bolt-on subframe keeps repairs simpler, a detail overland riders really value. Key tech specs: powertrain, 160cc T-plane crank triple, 150 horsepower at 9,000 Rem, 130 Nm at 7,000 RPM. 6-speed gearbox, assist slipper clutch, and shaft drive via the tri-link single-sided swing arm. Suspension, Showa semi-active with 200 mm of travel on GT models, 220 mm on the Rally. Brakes, Brembo-style calipers up front on 320 mm discs with IMU-based cornering ABS. Wheels, GT models run 19-inch front, 18-inch rear cast wheels. Rally models get 21-inch front, 18-inch rear tubeless spoked wheels. Fuel tank, 20 liters. Explorer variants step up to 30 liters and add blind spot radar. Seat height, A-fitted 870mm GT, 875 Night 95mm Rally, low seat available as an option. Electronics, 7-inch TFT with connectivity, ride modes, traction control, and a quick shifter. Rally Pro also adds an off-road Pro mode. Ready to ride weight, roughly 245 to 261 kilograms, depending on the version. Service intervals, 16,000 kilometers, including a valve clearance check. Practical touches. Tire pressure monitoring is standard on select trims, and active preload reduction lowers the bike when you come to a stop. Design and ergonomics. The Tiger 1200 nails the classic adventure bike stance, tall front, slim waist, and a wide tail ready for luggage. You sit in the bike, not on top of it, knees tucked in, feeling directly connected to the machine. The screen adjusts with one hand and keeps airflow smooth and quiet around your helmet. Handguards shield you from the elements. GT models offer a slightly lower, more road-focused riding position. The Rally feels broader, with extra freedom to move when you're riding standing up. The seat has 2 height positions, with an optional low seat available. A 7-inch TFT large, high contrast, and glove-friendly, pairs with backlit switchgear to make night rides easier. A small daily win. The narrow junction between tank and seat makes weight shifts effortless. Adjustable levers, large mirrors, and neatly machined bar risers complete the premium look. Handling and everyday usability. Out on the road, this British bike oozes confidence. The T-plane triple serves up torque from low revs, responds crisply to the throttle, and stays easy to modulate, made even smoother and more laid back by the quick shifter. The semi-active Showa suspension irons out bumps and keeps the bike settled while leaned over, and the Brembo-style calipers deliver strong, predictable bite. In town, the slim waist makes low-speed maneuvers a breeze, while the shaft drive runs smoothly with no shaft jacking or driveline snatch. On the motorway, you get solid wind protection, cruise control as standard, and depending on spec, heated seat and grips. Commuter-friendly touches include hill hold control on inclines and active preload reduction, which drops the rear when you come to a stop. Tourers will appreciate the Explorer models, a 30-liter tank and blind spot radar to boost range and safety. And on gravel, the Rally, with its 21-inch front wheel and 220 millimeters of travel, gives you noticeably more margin to play with. Strengths and highlights. The Tiger's real ace is its engine, a 160cc triple with deep down pull and a polished appetite for revs, character you rarely get from a twin. Add the Showa semi-active suspension that fine-tunes itself and flips from plush to firm at the touch of a button. Shaft drive and the Tri-Link swing arm deliver long-haul toughness with surprising agility. Top-spec Brembo Stylema brakes, cornering ABS, and a well-sorted electronics suite inspire confidence. Touring-friendly touches include a 7-inch TFT with connectivity, cruise control, and optional heated seats. Explorer models add a 30-liter tank and Continental radar for blind spot assist. A standout, the Rally Pro's Off-Road Pro mode, which eases back traction control and disables rear ABS, ideal for skilled gravel riders. And with 16,000-kilometer service intervals, it's built for big mileage, weak points, and common quirks. As strong as the platform is, there are some everyday rough edges. You'll feel vibrations around 4,500 to 5,500 RPM at the bars and pegs. The quick shifter is coarse below 3,000 RPM, especially on the 1-2 shift. The Explorer's 30-liter tank makes it feel top-heavy when you're muscling it around, and the tall seat, particularly on the Rally Pro, will challenge shorter riders. Heat management. The area around the catalyst and cooling fan warms the right leg in city traffic. Electronics. Some early 2022-23 bikes saw occasional TFT freezes and keyless quirks. Software updates help, but don't cure every case. Aerodynamics are rider-dependent. Taller riders report buffeting despite the adjustable screen. Service. The 16,000-kilometer valve clearance check is labor-intensive due to tight packaging. Handling-wise, the Rally's 21-inch front wheel turns in slower on tarmac and asks for more steering input. Accessories and personalization. Genuine Triumph accessories let you tailor the Tiger precisely to your needs. Touring kit includes Expedition aluminum panniers with dedicated mounting plate, a top box, a taller touring screen, and a tank bag. Explorer models come with the 30-liter tank as standard. For comfort, 2-stage heated rider and pillion seats, heated grips, and a GPS mount above the TFT for ideal sightlines. For off-road, a heavy-duty aluminum skid plate, upper and lower crash bars, LED fog lights, plus radiator and headlight guards. Want better sound and less weight? Choose the EU-homologated Aero Slip-On, noticeably lighter than the stock silencer. A practical touch, the low seat drops height by around 20 millimeters. Combine it with active preload reduction for extra confidence when maneuvering. Depending on the model, Triumph Shift Assist is standard, otherwise available as a retrofit kit. And it pairs beautifully with the torquey triple and the shaft drive. Market value and buying checklist. Spec level drives prices. Explorer versions with the 30-liter tank and blind spot radar usually fetch the highest money. From model year 2022, the range shed a lot of weight and holds value better than the previous generation. New prices vary by trim but sit north of €20,000. Clean 2022 bikes often trade in the mid to high 10Q bracket. Make sure the bike matches your use. GT 19-inch cast wheels for the road. Rally 21 18-inch spoked wheels for rougher terrain. Check the software version, including active preload reduction, the service history, valve clearances at 16,000 kilometers, and the shaft drive for play. Watch for tip-over damage to the bodywork, wheels that run true with tight spokes, and working tire pressure sensors. Explorer specific. Confirm the blind spot assist works properly and the radar is correctly calibrated. A thorough test ride, including a quick shifter check, is a must. Conclusion and buying advice. The Tiger 1200 is a formidable travel partner for riders who want to mix long-distance, everyday use, and gravel. Character from the T-Plane Triple, smoothness from the shaft drive. If you're road-focused, pick the GT Pro 19-inch front wheel, 200mm of suspension travel, precise turn-in. Covering big distances and love tech, The GT Explorer pays off with a 30-liter tank and blind spot radar. Serious off-roaders should go for the Rally Pro with a 21-inch front wheel, 220 millimeters of travel, and off-road pro mode. The Rally Explorer adds maximum range to that package. Be sure to test seat height, wind protection, and how it behaves in the vibration zone around 5,000 RPM. If modern suspension comfort, premium Brembo hardware, and well-judged electronics matter to you, the Tiger should be right at the top of your list. A clear recommendation, with the reminder to choose the variant that best matches your riding profile.